For days, desperate cries echoed from a hidden corner of the city. A dog was calling out, hoping anyone would come. After several attempts, the rescuers finally reached him. He was tied up tightly, unable to stand. His body was weak, and his eyes filled with silent pleading. The area around him was filthy. Trash was piled up. The ground was muddy and damp. He had no way to escape. As they moved closer, a sudden bark broke the silence. It wasn't just one dog. There were two more, both tethered nearby, hidden in the same horrible place. Their faces mirrored sorrow and exhaustion. Their bowls held nothing but rotten scraps and murky water. No one had cared for them properly. What looked like a rescue of one became a mission to save three. Just as they prepared to take the dogs away, a woman appeared. She claimed she had been feeding them and demanded payment. To avoid delay and ensure the dog's safety, she was paid. All three dogs were immediately transported to the vet. The pit bull was named Valente, the pug became Captain, and the quiet third dog was Remy. Captain was the least affected. He had only been there for about a week and showed signs of mild malnourishment. Remy was thin and fragile, and blood tests revealed liver disease. But Valente, he was in the worst condition. His ribs stuck out. His body was covered in wounds. His health had deteriorated so much that the vet warned he might not survive. But Valente wasn't ready to give up. Despite everything, he stood. Despite the pain, he walked. His spirit hadn't been broken. With medical care and attention, his numbers slowly improved. Every day, he fought to live. Meanwhile, the woman who had kept them was reported. Authorities investigated and discovered she was a scrap collector using the city lot as storage. The dogs had been tied up to guard her materials. She fed them leftovers from nearby restaurants, only when food was available. Some days, they had nothing at all. Valente, being the biggest, often ate the most. But he was always starving. As the days passed, Valente began to change. He stopped flinching at touch. He wagged his tail when someone walked by. One day, someone gave him a toy and something shifted. He didn't know what to do with it at first. Then he pounced. His eyes sparkled with wonder. It was the first toy he'd ever had. From that moment on, he carried it everywhere. That small gesture made him believe that life could be different. 1 month later, Valente had gained weight. He wasn't fully healed, but he was strong. He smiled more. He rested better. His wounds were closing. He had survived starvation, fear, and isolation. And he had chosen to trust again. He had been at the edge, but now he was back, and this time, surrounded by love. Valente would never have to be alone again. His story became a lesson in resilience, a reminder that even broken spirits can be mended. And what about Captain? He was the one with the soft eyes and curious nature. He had only spent a week in that terrible place, but it left a mark. He had been confused and frightened. Still, he was the first to heal. His tail wagged soon after arriving. He adapted quickly and was the first to find a new home. His adoption was filled with hope, a fresh start for a small dog who hadn't given up. Then there was Remy. She was shy and quiet when first discovered. Her body was thin, her trust hidden beneath layers of fear. But over time, she opened her heart. Her gentle eyes began to shine. She allowed touch. She leaned in for affection. And finally, she too was adopted by a loving family. Her healing was slow, but it was beautiful. In the end, all three dogs found their peace. Their pasts were marked by chains and hunger, but their futures were filled with warmth and care. Valente stayed behind, not because no one wanted him, but because he was already home. He had become family. The journey had been painful, but the ending was pure. 3 broken lives rebuilt. 3 souls given the love they always deserved.